Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, New Hampshire votes today. Trump is going to wipe Nikki Haley clean, and then it's going to be really interesting. Nikki Haley claims she's going to fight all the way to the end. That's what Ron DeSantis said the day before he dropped out. It's going to be really interesting whether or not Trump or Nikki Haley is going to want to get humiliated next week in South Carolina, her home state. I don't know if she does or not. It'll be interesting. But just like when Ron DeSantis drops out, when Nikki Haley drops out, all be forgiven. We all come together, hold hands, and sing Kumbaya. Good old politics. All right. The January 6th committee deleted 100 encrypted files. How is this not obstruction? Spoliation of evidence, on and on and on. They all ought to be charged with crimes. Why would they delete this stuff? Why? You know why they delete it? It would show not only the ruse that they did, but also the things that they said relative to Trump and their mission. All right. Epstein's airplane apparently flew to Columbus to and from 250 times. Yeah, Wexner. Sounds like Columbus was, along with the island, was Grand Station Central. They must have been trying to recruit a bunch of Buckeye girls. Ohio State University, maybe. All right, the 2 Navy SEALs have been named who lost their lives. One fell off trying to get on a ship. The other one jumped in to try to save him. They're Chris Chambers, 37, and Nathan Ingram, 27. Sad, sad, sad. God bless them and their families. The Supreme Court voted 5-4 with Roberts and Amy Coney voting with the libs, allowing, while they're going to decide the case, to let the Homeland Security folks cut the razor wire the Texans put up. So absurd. So absurd. Fannie Willis, the divorce, his name's Mark Evan, the special prosecutor, the divorce file's been unsealed. And guess what? Depo's going to be taken. You know what Fannie Willis said? She's too busy to be deposed. She's too busy to deal with this. It's not looking good. She's crashing and burning, and she deserves to crash and burn. South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace has endorsed Donald Trump. Thomas Massey, you forget stuff and you go back and find it. Thomas Massey blamed everything on January 6th on Donald Trump. I'm going to retire this moron. He deserves to be retired. Anti-MAGA, anti-border wall, never has defended Donald Trump one single day with all these indictments. I'm coming for you, Thomas. Remember, he's from a group called Demolay, where they groom little boys who call them dad. Sicko stuff. All right, Wall Street. I got out of the market 4 years ago thinking I was smart, saying there ain't no way this thing's going to go. It's now at 38,000, a new record. Never hit there before. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It doesn't make sense. Wall Street's a bunch of bootless, scurvy clack dishes. Had to throw that Shakespeare in there somewhere, Jamie. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing. Check us out on all of our platforms. I want all of you to know that what we do on here is we focus on the stories that are big, that matter. We don't do the feel-good stories. We don't cover the weather. We don't do local sports. We cover that in Sports Without Boundaries. So you get it. Let's talk about law and crime first. A bank in Clifton was robbed. Uh-oh. Here he is, seen right here. Here he is, seen right here, robbing a Clifton bank. Nobody's been caught yet. Jeff Pastor was supposed to report yesterday. He now doesn't have to report till like mid-February to serve his 2-year sentence. Ellesmere murder. You can't make this up. Paul Clayton was murdered. Timothy Delante, just out of nowhere, 16 years later, 17 years later, confesses to the murder. He was in a hospital and just decided to confess. Stabbed to death. 2-year-old was shot. Sad, sad story. The mom is wanted. Apparently the mom isn't the one who shot, but they're trying to find the mom who ran off. 2-year-old shot and killed. Sad. I didn't shoot a 2-year-old. In Ohio news, the Cincinnati rail consultant has been chosen, UBS, and they want to make sure it's all diverse. Folks, this is going to be a slush fund for political gangsters. Well, Cincinnati will have some more millionaires. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again. You're watching Eric Deters World News. Today's latest headlines. A massive fire engulfed the National Art Gallery in Sukhumi, near the Black Sea, destroying over 4,000 paintings. The blaze, likely caused by an electrical short circuit, consumed the early 20th century wooden building, resulting in a complete loss of the collection. Intense Israeli strikes in Khan Yunis, Gaza, has led to numerous casualties amongst clashes between soldiers and Hamas fighters. Tanks surrounded a hospital and university where displaced people sought refuge, with ambulances unable to reach the wounded. In other news, the Colombian Navy seized a 15-meter-long narco sub carrying nearly 800 kilograms of cocaine, marked with a scorpion symbol. Intercepted in Colombian waters, the Navy estimated the haul at $27 million. That's equivalent to £21 million, suspecting its route to be towards the US or Europe. 3 individuals on board were arrested. And Rory Bidwell, a 12-year-old from Devon, England, joined Mensa after scoring 162 on the Cattell IQ test, surpassing Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. Despite no prior preparation, Bidwell achieved the maximum score, whilst Hawking and Einstein had IQs of only 160. That's the latest headlines. Until tomorrow, cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen of the American cheering Bulldog Nation, let's do a sports show without boundaries. Sponsored by Top Shine Detailing. I've had to listen to Jamie Spindley tell me how great he was reading his world news. So let's see if we can top that. All right, this young man right here, you can't make it up. He won. What's this guy's name? I forgot his name too. It doesn't matter. What matters is he won the PGA tournament this past week, $1.5 million, and he can't collect it because he's an amateur. Oh my God. You know what I'd say? Screw it. I want my money. Great story. All right. Kansas barely beat UC last night, 74-69. Kansas is in, let me see, they're ranked 7th right now. So good game for UC. All right. The Super Bowl. I was right. This is a very odd mix of entertainment for the Super Bowl. We got Reba McEntire, Post Malone, and Usher. They're trying to keep everybody happy. They're going to be the halftime music entertainment. That was going to last, what, an hour? Unbelievable. Tonight, NCAA basketball men, some great games. UK at South Carolina, Dayton, LaSalle, Duke, Louisville, Xavier at Creighton. Debo Samuel's shoulder is not broke. He's 50-50 for Sunday's game. AP Top 25. Connecticut's number 1, Purdue 2nd, North Carolina. Guess who beat North Carolina? University of Kentucky. They went from 8th to 6th. All right, Joel Embiid scored 70 points last night for Philly against San Antonio. After Popovich kind of dogged him a little bit. Woo! That's a lot of basketball points. Hall of Fame, those are going to make it. They released on Monday. It's not final, but Beltray, Maurer from the Twins, and Leland, who managed the Pittsburgh Pirates. You know what? Maurer had an incredible career at Minnesota. And I guess Beltray did, but I guess I'm old school. These guys aren't in the same league as Bench. Right. Morgan, Rose, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. All right. Offensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals, Callahan, is gone. He's going to be the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. And the Pats apparently want Joe Burrow's quarterback coach. Here we go. They're going to start poaching all of our players and coaches. All right, Tommy Rees, Alabama's offensive coordinator, who got better, is off to coach the tight ends for the Cleveland Browns. Well, Nick Batista, go ahead and write it down. You're in the Super Bowl next year. The Atlanta Falcons keep interviewing folks. And Bill Belichick's deals apparently had a snag. So they're interviewing Harbaugh and others. Aroldis Chapman, 7-time All-Star, former Cincinnati Red. The Cuban Missile is signed a 1-year deal with Pittsburgh. Bryson Warner, a really good guy, used to coach Ryle Raiders, coached the Boone County Rebels, is retiring, stepping down as the Boone County head coach. Ryan Sandberg, the Chicago Cubs second baseman, Hall of Famer, has cancer. All the best to him. Now, this is our top story. We saved it for last. Can't make this up. Travis Kelce is expected to be paid $1 million to attend Super Bowl parties.
Just to go.
People pay me $100 to stay away. Can you imagine that, being paid money to go to a party? I hope one day that happens to me and you, Spin. Deters and Spin, the Brit and the American. I'm going to go ahead and offer that. If you would like me and the Brit to come to your party, $1,000 each. Sounds fair, Spin?
Yep.
$100 isn't enough. But for $1,000, Spin and I will come to your party. As long as it's in driving distance. Short driving distance. We'll have to add something to that if need be. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture, sponsored by Top Shine Detailing. They'll come to you, you can go to them, whatever. All right. Some funny stuff. They say breathing pure oxygen, like an oxygen tank, is effective as Viagra. It makes sense. It's all about the oxygen. They say oxygen tanks are selling out across America as we speak. Get your oxygen tank now, folks. Let's make this a clip. I mean, come on, man. You watch, it'll be hysterical. Oxygen tanks are going to go, whew. All right. Charlotte is apparently the hottest city in 2023. Was the hottest city for 2023 for moving destination. You can go down and watch those Panthers play ball. And the Hornets. All right, this is kind of an hysterical story, okay? You got Richard Simmons, who's an icon in fitness. You know, his little dancing around, those little muscle T-shirts that he wore. Pauly Shore is going to play him in a biopic. And you have to say, what a great cast. Pauly Shore's perfect to play Richard Simmons. Well, apparently Richard Simmons doesn't like this. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it to be made, but he can't stop it. He's become a recluse and everything else. I guess he's not dancing around in his skivvies anymore. Anyway, I stand with Pauly Shore. Make your movie. All right, now this is wild. You know, Cher was trying to get custody of her son, one of her sons. I mean, you know, Chaz used to be a woman, now turned into a man. Well, they've teamed up now, and they are publicly blasting Cher as a mom. Like when they were little, putting them in boarding schools and boarding homes, and they call her a monster. They just got cut out of the $300 million fortune, I bet. That's apparently what Cher's worth. You ready for this? She's used her money to manipulate us. Yeah, right. But anyway, you know what? Here's what I look at it. Cher is obviously a lousy mom. Come on. But these kids messed up. Cher's fault? Maybe. Take the money. Ellie King screwed up big time. Can't make this up. Down in Nashville. And was drunk. She admits she was drunk. Screwed up. It was a Dolly Parton tribute at the Grand Ole Opry, and Ellie King blew it. A lot of backlash. How are you mean to Dolly, man? You got to be sober when you come on stage for Dolly. Mary Lou Retton apparently is not saying what happened to the $500,000 she got in donations. This cracks me up, folks. Everybody says, oh, poor Mary Lou, she needs money, she's broke, hospital bills. She raises $500,000. Everybody's bitching that she's got $500,000. I say this, Mary Lou, use the money wisely. All right, Dexter King, son of Martin Luther King, age 62, passed away. Boy, does he look like a chip off the old block. May he rest in peace. And folks, they have found another Earth. Can't make this up. The Kepler telescope, they say this is like 300 trillion light years away. But it looks like has the whole semblance of an Earth. Jamie, I say we take a spaceship there and become kings. Kings of this planet. Rule the planet all to ourselves. It's a Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.